Chaos Rising has been announced as Pokemon's next set after Perfect Order, and the best way to see what cards are going to come in that set are the Japanese release. Everything comes out in Japan first because they come out with Pokemon cards. So this is a great way to see what the upcoming set may possibly look like. It's not always a one-for-one, but this is the newest release from Japan, from Pokemon. This is called Ninja Spinner. This is a great set from what I've seen. It has some amazing artwork. Not a huge set, but there are some cards in here that are really fun. Mega Dream was a popular set that announced Ascended Heroes, and Nile Zero is the set that announced Perfect Order. So Ninja Spinner is the next one in a lineup. I was able to pick up a sealed box of these. I don't like to buy non-English loose because if I'm gonna open up a good amount of packs, I'd rather just get it in a full box. So the Japanese and other non-English sets are a little bit different. They do have less cards per pack, but because of the gambling laws in Japan, you do have a lot more opportunity for hits. And I think it's 1 per pack, but you get 5 cards per pack as noted here on the box itself. So let's get into this box of Ninja Spinner and see what we can find inside. All right. Picked this up at the CCS show in Houston over the weekend. My first time there. If you're in Texas or if you're visiting Houston, I definitely recommend checking out the CCS show. They have vendors that are there on the weekend. Oh, look at that. Look at that little unboxing experience. They do have vendors that are there every weekend, but this particular event was a separate card show that was going on. So there were other people that were setting up like a traditional card show would be. And I was able to pick some of this Ninja Spinner set up. There we go. So these are all of the packs that you're gonna find. Let's just grab a handful of these. Some of the top cards in the set so far, because it's Ninja Spinner, Greninja is one of the top cards in this set right now. Looking at market price, it's about $315, but then it drops off pretty significantly. There is a special art rare in here that's about $64. AZ's Tranquility, Chinchino, Mega Greninja EX, and one of the other Greninja cards, Mega Floette. So a lot of different cards that can be found in here. So let's open this up and see what we can get. Like I said, you get 5 cards per pack, and you do get a hit in the box, so it is not one every pack. I do like the back of these cards. You have that gold border, which is pretty cool. And 5, so you got the first holo there. I was hesitant when I first started collecting to get non-English because I didn't think I would enjoy it as much because I didn't understand what it said, but as you get more familiar with the artwork, you just start to enjoy them a little bit more, and a handful of non-English cards can be, oh, boosh! Look at that one right there. Because of the language barrier, I suppose, a lot of these non-English sets can also be a little bit more affordable and easier to find if you're in the right spot. So they get overlooked. So if you just enjoy the hobby and enjoy the artwork, it is a fun way. The artwork is going to be the same. The only thing's different is the language if you don't speak Japanese. If you're that interested, you could always use Google Translate, I suppose. But look at that beautiful EX card there. All right, so we got the first EX. Not sure how many we're gonna pull out of this box, but let's keep going. For those that do enjoy opening the non-English sets, what has been your favorite non-English set so far in the last year? I know Mega Dream is still kind of through the roof, and that is mostly because of Ascended Heroes being so hard to find, especially at the show. Mega Dream was still kind of expensive. And Nile Zero, actually. Even though people keep saying, like, Perfect Order is going to be the set that regulates the market. I tried to find some of the Perfect Order set on a just card shop trip today, and everyone that got it said they got it yesterday and it's already sold out. So this market is kind of silly, but, you know, if you like I said, opening packs and building sets, then the non-English may be the way to go for you. at that one. That is a beautiful card. The non-English sets have a little bit of a different abbreviation there. So this is a art rare, as noted there on the bottom. You can see the AR in that EX card. You could also see the RR there on the bottom. This is the Cernius number 89 to 83. So this is the art rare. Let's sleeve that one up. Oh man, really pretty card. And that's the thing. Kind of speaks to the universal reach of art in general and why art is so important, because it transcends language barriers if we can get a little deep. And even with 5 cards per pack, you do still have plenty of fun opening up packs, even though these packs are a little bit trickier to open than the English sets, especially if you're not used to opening up hundreds of packs on camera all the time. I did actually only open up 1 pack of the Mega Dream and got the lower Dragonite card in there, so that was fun. It was a one and done rip for me. I've not opened any of that since. And then I did open a Nile Zero. I had a non-English pack opening that I did and got a Forest of Vitality card in there. But now that I've seen the English Perfect Order set, I'm probably going to master that one just because of the size of the set. And originally because of the so-called availability of it. But official release date is going to be this weekend, but I know a lot of shops came out with it early. Sudowoodo. Looking at some of the other art rares, Frogadier, Ampharos, Cobalion. Just looking at the art, there's a Crobat that's really pretty. So just amazing cards in general. Boom! Another EX card there. Pretty artwork. And the Greninja card. The set's namesake, so to speak. No code cards in these packs, so less waste. Nice holo there. That's a pretty looking card. Not a lot of holos. I think that's the second one. I know in the Chinese sets, there's a new gen that just came out, but I kind of like the transition from the Japanese sets to the English release, so I tend to stick to the Japanese cards lately, but when it comes to the PC, so some of the different PCs, I try to collect all the languages, so I don't really care at that point. Oh, snap! Look at how pretty that card is. That is another art rare. Look at him surfing on the water. Oh my gosh, what a great looking card that is. Look how fun. Frogadier. Frogadier, one of the other art rares. What a great looking card. That is so fun. The artwork in these, just this kind of pastel colors is so magnificent. Let's put those two kind of side by side. I mean, the colors are similar, but I don't think those are connecting cards, but man. See, when you have guarantees, it's a little bit different. It is one unique thing about coming from sports, and baseball specifically, is you do have certain hits per box. And because of Pokemon in English being sold in kind of a different type of packaging, you don't really get like hobby boxes where you can kind of denote what you get per box. So it is fun to open something like this that isn't a box and it has a specific breakdown. You can kind of see the breakdown of the different cards and what you can see more of. So commons to the special art rare there on the top. They're a little bit harder to find, but it does give you a little bit more of a breakdown on what you can expect in each card. Nice trainer card there in the special rare. I'm sure that's a useful card if you're playing the game. Even in the English set, that isn't one that I know of. Another holo. Tell you what, these packs are getting a little bit easier to open. Turning into a pro. But I do enjoy y'all watching me rip packs on camera. Even though I just fumbled that one. So we got another holo. Thankfully it wasn't anything too crazy. Water energy there. And 2 of the art rares so far. And special rares with that trainer card. 4. Oh, look at that one. Man, look at like all of the colors on there. I'm so stoked for the artwork in this set. It is such a good looking like floral pastel. Maybe just because Easter's coming up here, but what a pretty looking card. This is going to be the special art rare. So now you can see it, the SIR. So not an illustration rare, it's special art rare, but still a great looking card. That is AZ's Tranquility. God, that's a good one. And one of the top 3 cards to get in this set. So I would definitely consider that a win. All right, 8 more packs to go. Let's see if we can get a Roxy's Performance or the big Mega Greninja EX. The other rares, special art rares. Ooh, another EX card for you. Look at that sparkle. So pretty good breakdown. We got some of the reverse holos, the holos, and the EXs, and then the special rares, and then the art rares. This is one of those things too, as you become more familiar with the game and the characters, some of the characters become a little bit more familiar, especially too if you play Pokemon Go. I think that's a great way to learn the characters because you are encountering a lot more than you would just opening up packs. Another energy, the holo energy there. How many of those have I pulled so far? So we got 1, 2, so 2 of the holo in the energies. And we got, I think, about 3 EXs as well, so pretty good breakdown. And I'll do the full breakdown at the end of this video. Oh, well there's the regular version of that card. Oh, look at that one! I'm so excited with all of these art rares because they're so beautiful to look at. That is a beautiful card. That is the Metang art rare. Really, really cool looking card there. So far that's 3 art rares and then the special art rare. All right, we're down to the last 4 packs. So I hope you're noticing if you get one of these full boxes of cards, I think in my opinion, you really get your value out of it because of the guarantees in the box. If you really just like the thrill of getting a hit, I think this is a great way to get that. If you're really concerned with like getting value out of your purchase, I think the non-English sets are the way to go. Unless you can find, you know, anything at MSRP, I think that's going to be great for you as well. But non-English, you get the same artwork. And if you're playing, like, you know, buy the cards you need for your deck. But if you're just collecting, the artwork is kind of what makes the set. And I think, oh my goodness, look at that EX. Again, see, the artwork kind of transcends anyways. So I don't know what any of this means, but I can look at these cards and say what a great looking card that is. So that's the Mega Dragalge EX. Dragalge. So you can open up these packs, not know what it says on the card, but just enjoy and appreciate the artwork from these artists, these amazing Pokemon artists. All right, last pack magic. I'm totally thrilled with what we've gotten so far out of this box of Ninja Spinner. This is the newest set from Japan, from Pokemon. That is a little preview of Chaos Rising that'll be coming out in May, I believe. So before we get through this last pack, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you're not already, it turns out a lot of my viewers aren't subscribed to the channel. It really goes a long way in supporting small content creators like myself. And I really appreciate it. So we've got the last pack of Ninja Spinner. 2, 3, 4, and 5. But either way, let's take a look at what we got. So here are some of the EX cards that we pulled from this full box of Ninja Spinner. Beautiful artwork there. We got the Matang. This was the first one that we pulled. Really, really sharp looking card. Again, look at the colors on there. Just beautiful, beautiful artwork. And then the main one that we got, the special art rare. Oh, that's probably my favorite one. And then just one of the other ones that we got in the special rare in that item trainer card. But thanks again for watching. Take care, y'all.